Money seems to be a subject that's less talked about in filmmaking. Here in the UK at least, budgets and day rates are held very close to the chest. I've spoken a little bit about budgets and earnings before. In fact, I've just made a new playlist which I'll link above and in the description if you want to watch more videos where I'm transparent on the subject later. But right now, I want to talk about passive income. Passive income, if you didn't already know, is income that requires minimal labour to earn and maintain. Not your freelance day rate or your salary, but something outside of that. A common example of regular passive income is that of a landlord collecting their monthly rent from their tenant. In the film world, at least in my niche, not so niche area of the film world, there are at least 2 or 3 solid ways of making passive income, the first being rentals. Having been making all sorts since I was a teenager, I've come to acquire quite a lot of kit over the years. The owning versus renting of film equipment is another debate for another video another time. But if you've been in the freelance world for any significant amount of time, chances are that you've splashed out some of your hard-earned cash on some kit. And it's more than likely that you're not using all of that kit on a daily basis. So rather than letting it gather dust on the shelf, why not rent it out to others and make some additional income by doing very little at all? Over the last 5 or so years, peer-to-peer websites have sprung up all over the globe, allowing anyone to reach a large audience of people that are happy to pay to borrow your stuff. Fat Llama, Kit Studio, ShareGrid, KitSplit. There are various pros and cons to using these services that impact both you, the individual, and the industry as a whole that I'll go into in more depth in that future video. But if you have the gear and the patience, this can be a very easy way to make passive income. In my first year of renting kit via Fat Llama, I made a little over £2,000. That's approximately $2,700 in additional income. Traditionally, stock footage has always carried a bit of a stigma with it, but in more recent years, sites like ArtGrid and even more so Film Supply have started to bring high-quality cinematic stock to the masses. As far as I'm aware, none of the companies that operate these sites shoot their own content. They're all captured by the likes of yous and me's. Licensing footage via stock sites is a great way to make passive income. After you've captured a strong enough body of work to be approved as a supplier by one of the many stock sites, shot and uploaded your work to their platform, then you just sit back, cross your fingers, and wait for the money to find its way to your account. Like peer-to-peer renting, this is a densely saturated market, one I've only recently just entered, but I enter it optimistically with the thoughts that cinematography styles are always changing, along with fashion, trends, technology, so there'll always be something new for you to capture that doesn't yet exist. I think it's quite well known that actors receive residual payments, or royalties, when a show or film is licensed to a new territory or for a new time period. Directors are also sometimes entitled to some of these spoils. To what scale, if any, it's all down to what's written in your contract. It's not something I was aware of until signing the contracts for my now slightly over-mentioned BBC comedy series I directed a few summers back. But something to be aware of for those moving into the series and feature world to make sure you're not signing over any future payments you should be entitled to based on the success of the film or show you're directing. If by the off chance you're already in this world and, like myself, were unaware of this benefit, it might be worth reaching out to the relevant Directors Association in your country for advice on what could be unclaimed royalties you already have waiting. I'll leave links to the Directors Guild of America and Directors UK in the notes to this video, as most people watching these are from those 2 countries. But for anyone else, best probably head to our good old friend Google. I hope you found this video interesting. Make my day and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more semi-helpful tips and interesting insider industry knowledge.